Welcome back. Welcome back. We are hopping into our time machine and taking you back to the medieval period as we celebrate Scottish and Celtic culture. Let's go now to the Highlands Celtic Festival.
History has come to life briefly here in South Mississippi as the annual Scottish, Highlands, and Celtic Music Festival is giving visitors a glimpse of what life was like during the Middle Ages. Athletes competed in a number of contests, testing their strength and willpower. Artisans and craftsmen were hard at work performing demonstrations as onlookers gathered around to watch. Some even got to see what life was like during Italy's medieval period.
All right, the camp is from southern Italy in the years 1000 to 1250. We try and portray life as close to the originals as possible. From our armor to our equipment to our boxes, even our paint is made by hand, medieval style with crushing rock. Our cook pot from 1080, from the Bayeux tapestry, made by one of the local blacksmiths actually.
Guests were able to also indulge in traditional Celtic music, song, and dances. Vendor booths, Irish clans and Scottish clans set up shop along the walkway, intermingling with guests as they passed by. It was also a chance for visitors to figure out their ancestry.
This is the first time Clan Buchanan has been here at this event, and it's my first time to be here at this event also, and it's been fantastic. I've met a ton of people already that are Buchanans or part of Buchanan clan, and we've been able to make sure that people who are either Buchanans or one of our related septs can find out a little bit more about their heritage, their connection to other family members, and their historical significance back to Scotland.
Combat reenactments were all the rave during the festival, bringing much intensity and excitement to the event. These skilled swordsmen are showing off their fencing skills in a demonstration, putting on an incredible show for the crowd. But the highlights of the festival was the jousting competition. We caught up with one of the competing knights, breaking down the style of joust displayed over the weekend.
We do a tournament style of joust that is somewhat sporterized. It is not the realgerstick that people are used to seeing, where it's solid lances, guys being tossed off their horses and causing intense injuries. Our style is more like how you'd see the NFL.
Welcome back. On this week's edition of Meggan Monday, Meggan features schooner captain Ron Reiter.
Meggan Monday, sponsored by Gray's Furniture Galleries.
Captain Ron Reiter has been a captain for the Maritime and Seafood Industry Museum's schooners for more than 25 years. The Ohio native learned to sail on Lake Erie when he was about 8 years old, following his older brother. We spent some time with the 92-year-old aboard the Glenelg Sweatman in Biloxi to talk about his life and his time on the water.
By the time I was a teenager, the other boys were peddling papers and bagging groceries. I was working on sailboats, taking care of them. I gradually worked into it. I became one of the captains that they used quite a bit, and just I became the #1 captain through attrition. The people I came to help were all gone. I don't see how anybody can spend much time out in anything nature-wise and not believe that there's a superpower out there. You know, everybody has a different interpretation, I think, of what heaven and God and so forth is, but you've got to believe in it if you look around. He came down here and he said, "Do you remember me?" And I said, "I remember the face, but don't ask me for a name." He says, "Well, I was one of your crew members for a number of years," and he said, "I'm 42 now." And, but it's amazing how many times I run into something like that. People come by, or a little kid will run up in Walmart and say, "Hey, Captain Ron," At this point, I really feel like I do have a few more years to, and my feeling is, as long as I'm able, I'm going to keep trying to do it. I'm enjoying it too much to give it up.
Captain Ron and his wife of 70 years live in Gaucher, and he still has his 41-foot sailboat that he and his wife sailed down to the coast in 1980.